Discover the world's most secretive and powerful intelligence agencies operating in 2025. From the CIA's global reach to Mossad's legendary operations, we rank the top spy organizations by their capabilities, budgets, and influence. Learn about their cutting-edge technology, covert operations, and the shadow wars they fight to protect national interests. This comprehensive analysis reveals classified insights into how these agencies shape global politics and security. Subscribe for more geopolitical content and comment which agency surprised you the most. International espionage, where secrets are currency and information is power, a select few organizations operate beyond the public eye, shaping the course of global events. These intelligence agencies possess capabilities that would make Hollywood's most imaginative spy thrillers seem tame by comparison. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the world's most formidable intelligence services, ranking them by their reach, resources, and raw operational power in 2025. The landscape of global intelligence has transformed dramatically over the past decade. Cyber warfare has become as critical as human intelligence. Artificial intelligence now processes vast amounts of data in milliseconds. Satellite surveillance can track individual movements across continents. And the traditional boundaries between military, economic, and technological espionage have blurred into a complex web of information warfare that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But what makes an intelligence agency truly powerful? It's not just about budget size or personnel numbers, though those certainly matter. True power in the intelligence world comes from a combination of factors: global reach, technological sophistication, human intelligence networks, analytical capabilities, and perhaps most importantly, the political backing and operational freedom to act on gathered intelligence. Some agencies excel at technical collection, others at human operations, and a few rare organizations have mastered both. Before we dive into our ranking, it's crucial to understand that measuring intelligence agency effectiveness is inherently challenging. Success in this field is often measured by what doesn't happen rather than what does. A prevented terrorist attack, a disrupted foreign operation, or intelligence that prevents an international crisis rarely makes headlines. These organizations operate in the shadows precisely because their most important victories must remain secret. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have Germany's Federal Intelligence Service, known as the BND, or Bundesnachrichtendienst. Don't let Germany's peaceful modern image fool you. The BND operates one of Europe's most sophisticated intelligence networks, with a particular focus on signals intelligence and cyber operations. Their headquarters in Berlin houses some of the continent's most advanced surveillance technology, and their cooperation with American intelligence services has grown significantly since 2001. The BND's strength lies in its strategic position at the heart of Europe and its deep integration with NATO intelligence sharing. They've developed particular expertise in monitoring Russian activities, Middle Eastern developments, and increasingly Chinese technological espionage in Europe. Their budget exceeds €1 billion annually, supporting operations across multiple continents. What makes the BND particularly formidable is their ability to operate with relatively little political oversight compared to their American counterparts, giving them operational flexibility that many agencies envy. Moving to number 9, we encounter France's Direction Générale de la Sécurité Extérieure, or DGSE. The French intelligence service embodies the independent spirit of French foreign policy, often operating parallel to or even in competition with allied services. Their reputation for sophisticated human intelligence operations is legendary, with agents embedded in some of the world's most sensitive locations. The DGSE has maintained extensive networks across Africa, the Middle East, and increasingly in Asia, reflecting France's global ambitions. What sets the DGSE apart is their willingness to conduct operations that other Western agencies might consider too politically risky. They've been linked to numerous covert operations across Africa, industrial espionage to protect French commercial interests, and counter-terrorism efforts that extend far beyond French borders. Their annual budget approaches €2 billion, and they employ thousands of officers worldwide. The DGSE's power stems not just from their capabilities, but from their independence and willingness to act unilaterally when French interests are at stake. At number 8, we find the United Kingdom's Secret Intelligence Service, famously known as MI6. The organization that gave the world James Bond continues to punch above its weight in the modern intelligence landscape. Despite Britain's reduced global presence since the end of empire, MI6 maintains one of the world's most extensive human intelligence networks, with particular strength in the Middle East, South Asia, and increasingly in cyber operations. MI6's true power lies in the special relationship with American intelligence services and their role as a bridge between American capabilities and European operations. Their officers are embedded in conflicts and diplomatic missions worldwide, providing critical intelligence that often shapes both British and Allied policy. The recent focus on Russian activities following various poisoning incidents on British soil has reinvigorated the service and increased their budget significantly. MI6 operates with approximately 1,500 officers globally, but their influence extends far beyond their numbers through decades of cultivated relationships and institutional knowledge. Number 7 brings us to India's Research and Analysis Wing, known simply as RAW. As India has emerged as a major global power, RAW has evolved from a primarily Pakistan-focused organization into a sophisticated intelligence service with global reach. Their operations span from monitoring Chinese activities along the disputed border to tracking terrorist networks across South Asia, and increasingly, gathering intelligence on technological developments worldwide. RAW's strength comes from India's unique position as a non-aligned nation that maintains relationships across the ideological spectrum. They can operate in countries where Western agencies face restrictions, and their officers often have cultural and linguistic advantages in critical regions. The organization's budget has grown exponentially over the past decade, reflecting India's rising geopolitical ambitions. RAW has developed particular expertise in cyber operations, human intelligence in hostile territories, and technical collection. Their growing cooperation with Western intelligence services, particularly in countering Chinese influence, has elevated their international profile significantly. Moving into the top 6, we encounter Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, or ISI. Despite Pakistan's economic challenges, the ISI wields influence far beyond what the country's size might suggest. Their deep involvement in Afghanistan over decades has created unparalleled expertise in the region, and their complex relationships with various militant groups have made them both a crucial ally and a source of concern for Western intelligence services. The ISI's power stems from their willingness to engage with actors that other agencies avoid, their intimate knowledge of South Asian dynamics, and their role in nuclear proliferation networks. They've been involved in some of the most significant intelligence operations of the past 50 years, from supporting the Afghan Mujahideen against Soviet forces to current operations in Kashmir and beyond. Their budget remains classified, but their capabilities in human intelligence, particularly in hostile environments, are respected even by their critics. The ISI demonstrates that intelligence power doesn't always correlate with national economic strength. At number 5, we find the United Kingdom's Government Communications Headquarters, or GCHQ. While technically separate from MI6, GCHQ has become arguably more important in the modern intelligence landscape. As signals intelligence and cyber warfare have become central to national security, GCHQ has evolved into one of the world's premier technical intelligence organizations. Their partnership with the American NSA gives them access to global communications networks and processing capabilities that few other agencies can match. GCHQ's headquarters in Cheltenham houses some of the world's most sophisticated computer systems and employs thousands of mathematicians, computer scientists, and cryptographers. Their ability to intercept, decrypt, and analyze communications worldwide has made them indispensable to British security and a crucial partner for Allied services. The organization's budget exceeds £2 billion annually, and their influence on global intelligence sharing agreements is enormous. GCHQ represents the evolution of intelligence from human spies to technological dominance. Number 4 introduces us to Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service, the SVR, successor to the KGB's first chief directorate. The SVR maintains Russia's tradition of sophisticated intelligence operations, combining old-school human intelligence with modern technological capabilities. Their officers operate under diplomatic cover worldwide, and their illegal programs, where agents assume false identities and live undercover for years, remain among the world's most sophisticated. The SVR's strength lies in their institutional memory, willingness to take risks, and the Russian state's commitment to intelligence operations as a foreign policy tool. They've been linked to numerous high-profile operations, from election interference to cyber attacks, demonstrating a level of operational boldness that many Western agencies avoid. Their budget is estimated in the billions of dollars, and they employ thousands of officers globally. The SVR's power comes not just from their capabilities, but from their integration into Russian foreign policy and their willingness to conduct operations that other agencies might consider too escalatory. Taking the number 3 spot is Israel's Mossad, an organization whose reputation far exceeds its size. With fewer than 2,000 employees, Mossad has conducted some of the most audacious intelligence operations in history. Their focus on threats to Israeli survival has created an organization with unparalleled expertise in targeted operations, technical collection, and human intelligence in hostile territories. Mossad's power stems from their operational flexibility, technological innovation, and the existential nature of many threats they face. They've demonstrated capabilities ranging from cyber attacks on Iranian nuclear facilities to eliminating threats worldwide. Their budget, while classified, supports operations across multiple continents, and their cooperation with allied services has grown significantly. Mossad proves that intelligence power isn't about size, but about focus, capability, and the will to act. Their influence on global intelligence operations and counterterrorism efforts is immeasurable. At number 2, we encounter China's Ministry of State Security, or MSS. As China has risen to become a global superpower, the MSS has evolved into one of the world's most formidable intelligence organizations. Their operations span from traditional espionage to massive cyber intelligence gathering, economic espionage, and influence operations worldwide. The MSS combines China's ancient strategic traditions with cutting-edge technology and virtually unlimited resources. The MSS's strength lies in their integration with China's broader strategic objectives, their access to Chinese technology companies and students worldwide, and their patience in conducting long-term operations. They've been linked to numerous cyber attacks, intellectual property theft, and influence operations across multiple continents. Their budget is estimated in the tens of billions of dollars, and they employ hundreds of thousands of personnel across various roles. The MSS represents the intelligence arm of a rising superpower, with capabilities that are reshaping global intelligence competition. Finally, at number 1, we have the United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA. Despite facing criticism and setbacks over the decades, the CIA remains the world's most powerful intelligence organization. Their global reach is unmatched, with stations in virtually every country, capabilities spanning from human intelligence to cyber operations, and a budget that exceeds $15 billion annually. The CIA's power comes from America's global position, their technological advantages, their extensive partnerships with allied services, and their ability to conduct operations worldwide. They employ thousands of officers globally, operate sophisticated technical collection systems, and have access to American military and technological resources that no other agency can match. The CIA's influence extends beyond intelligence gathering to shaping global events through covert operations, analysis that influences American policy, and partnerships that coordinate international intelligence efforts. What makes the CIA unique is their combination of capabilities. They excel at technical collection, human intelligence, analysis, and covert operations. Their partnerships with agencies like the NSA, FBI, and military intelligence create an intelligence ecosystem that no other country can replicate. The CIA's power isn't just about what they can do, but about their role in coordinating global intelligence efforts and their influence on international security. The intelligence world of 2025 is more complex and dangerous than ever before. Cyber warfare, artificial intelligence, and the proliferation of surveillance technology have created new opportunities and new threats. These 10 agencies represent the pinnacle of human intelligence gathering and analysis, operating in the shadows to protect their nation's interests and shape global events. As we move forward, the balance of intelligence power will likely shift as new technologies emerge and geopolitical relationships evolve. What remains constant is the critical importance of intelligence in national security and the ongoing competition between these shadowy organizations that operate far from public view but whose actions shape the world we live in. The next time you read about international events, Remember that behind the headlines, these agencies are gathering intelligence, conducting operations, and working to protect their nation's interests in ways that will likely remain secret for decades to come. The world of intelligence is a hidden dimension of global politics, where information is power and knowledge can literally mean the difference between war and peace.